Hey everyone, this is Judy from Judy's Handmade Creation, and today I'm going to be showing how I make this gnome with the 22 needle Addi Express Professional knitting machine. That's the small one, the 22 needle one, and I'll be showing you how to make this gnome. And it can be hung up as an ornament, or you could just set it up on the table. So I'll be showing how to make this. For the head, I'm going to be using some of this off-white, and this is red heart yarn. I'm going to cast on the black needle there. I'm going to put this up on the floor or up under my table. I'm going to drop this through the middle, and I'm going to cast it on. Put it behind the black needle, and then you go in front of the needle and you turn your handle as you do this. Turn your handle. That's in front of the black needle. Let me show you again. This is in front, and then you back and front, back, 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 front, and back. And then you're going to take, when you get to your last white needle, that's supposed to be in the front. And then you just take and put this through your yarn guide. And your casting is done. Your casting on is done. Set your counter to 0, 0, 0. And then you just knit 20 rows. Knit 20 rows, about 20 rows. About 20. Okay, that's 20 rows. Then you're going to cut your yarn. Cut the yarn off. Cut it off the ball, and then you're gonna cast off. So this is your cast off yarn. And let me get my needle. I had a blue needle. I got my needle. And then I'm going to thread where I cut it off. This is where you cut it off, so you can cast off your knit machine. And then you're going to see that one there. You're going to take and turn your handle and take that loop and do like that to it and put it on there. You're going to do each one. You're going to turn your handle and you're going to pick up that loop. You're going to turn your handle and pick up this loop. Make sure you don't drop it. Turn your handle and pick up each loop just like that. Each loop has to be. Make sure you don't drop any, because if you drop any, all your knitting is going to come undone. Turn your handle, keep turning your handle and casting off. You go through here and you just cast it off like that. And it starts to come off. It'll look like that. That way your knitting won't come undone. You would cast off the same way if you were doing a hat this way. And you just pick your stitch up through your needle and picking up your stitch. And that's what you call casting off is. Turn your handle, pick up your stitch, turn your handle, that's dropping your needle, and you get your stitch. When you see that needle drop, see that needle there, it drop, pick your stitch up, put it on your needle, and we're almost done. And there you go, you're all casted off, and then you just pull this tight. Your string that you cast off, take your needle out of there and just pull it tight. And it sort of looks like a top of a hat. We're going to make like a ball. And then you're going to take and sew that in the top just to keep it so it won't come undone. I'm going to sew around in here. Just so your stitch will stay, so your hat, it won't come undone. I'm going to sew it real tight. And this would be the same way you would do a hat. You'll see it looks like a little hat there. And I'm going to take and put like a loop like that and then tie like a knot. Go through here and make a knot. We'll do it again. Make a loop right there. And then you're going to sew through that loop like that. And that should hold it, I think. There we go. Go in through the knitting, and then I go. Then I'm going to do another knot, and then that's going to be it. And then I'm going to just cut it, and it should stay. You can do that as many times as you want. I'm just going to cut it on the inside of the here. And then I'm going to get some stuffing to go through this one. Let me get some stuffing. Some fiber. Get some fiber. You can get that at you get this at Walmart. And you're just going to stuff it to as much as you want. It ain't got to be that much because you don't want it to be. See how much I got in this one? You want it about like that. I guess that would be about enough. You don't want to make it too big, and then when you get all your this, what's this called? Polyester fiber fill. That's what this is. You get a big bag at Walmart. And you just close these up. Just tighten the string that you got hanging here, that you left when you first start it, when you cast it on. And it should be a ball about like that. And then you just take your needle and you sew this end in some so it don't come undone. So you sew this in then, so this doesn't come undone. It's like you're making like a little ball for the head. Just sew around until you get it good in. And then you make a couple knots like we did with the other. Go like this, leave like a little loop, and then make a knot. Go through here. Make a knot. You're just making that knot so it won't come undone. And then I'm just gonna go through here, go all the way through here, take the needle out to the other side, and then you're just gonna cut it, and then you got like a little ball. And that's going to be the head right there. That's going to be the head of the gnome. Now we're going to make the hat, and I'm going to make that red. I'm going to make it a red color, and this is red heart yarn 2. We're going to cast on like we did before on the black needle. You're going to drop this, let it touch the table. I'm going to put that in the, drop that in, and you're going to put like this, and you're going to just cast on like we did. That's in front of the needle, back of the needle, front, back, front. You're going front and back, all the way around. Until you get to the last white needle. Then you're going to run it through your yarn guide like we did before. And then we're going to knit 20 rows. So knit 20 rows. I'll see you when we get to the end. We're on 17 rows, 18, 19, and we're going to go to 20. There we go, 20 rows. Then we're going to cut it like we did. Leave it long enough, a little bit long, so you can cast off. Thread your needle up again. This is going to be the hat. And we're going to do like we did before. We're going to turn the handle, and then when the needle drops, we're going to pick that stitch up. So see how we're picking that stitch up on the needle? We're going to do that all the way around like we did for the head of the gnome. Don't drop any stitches, because if you do, you have a drop stitch and then it'll start getting holes in it. So make sure you pick up every needle, every knit needle with your needle here. Pick up every needle. Sorry, that's somebody calling on my phone. But pick up every needle. And we're going to have, this is going to be the head of the gnome. When the needle drops, when this needle here drops, then you take this and pick that needle up. So that's casting off. And then you just pull this tight like we did for the head of it. And this is going to be the hat, so it'll look like a hat. And then I'm going to sew that, I'm going to sew this hole up here where it don't come undone. We're going to weave, sew it up. And that would be if you did a bigger hat, that's what it would be if you did it on your bigger Addi. And this is what you call casting off. And this is the hat. Easy peasy. All you're doing is closing this up. And it look like this when you close it up. It'd be like a hat, like a roll-up hat. And then we'll go in and then we're going to tie a knot. I'm going to leave a little loop here. And then we'll go and tie a knot so it won't come undone. Then we're going to do that again. You can do it as many times as you want. I'll probably do it 2 or 3 times. You just leave a loop right here and then you just go through that loop with your needle. And then you can run your needle down through. And then next cut your yarn. Just cut your yarn in there. And it's like a little hat. So that's going to be the hat on the gnome. I'm going to pour this a little bit to make it a little bit smaller. But this is going to go on here like this. After we get the beard on there. So it'll be like this. Okay. Okay, so now we got to make the beard. So we got the hat and the head done. And the beard I'm going to make on this tassel maker here. And that's this here. All I'm going to do is just wound it around. I'm going to wound this around here until I get it real thick. Yep, I'm going to just wound it around. Let me see if I can face this on the table because I think I'm done with the knit machine. I'm going to wound it around here until I get it really thick like a beard. That's it. I'll see you when I get how big I'm going to make it. Okay, I got it to where I want it. You can wound it more if you like. And I'm using this size 3 weight yarn. This is a thin one. You can use 4 if you like. And I'm just going to cut it. Then I'm going to take a piece of string and tie through there so it won't, all that won't come undone when I cut it. I'm going to take and grab, I'm going to put my string through there, and I'm just going to tie this to keep it together. So when I cut it, it'll be sort of like a tassel. I'm going to tie it again. I'm going to go through the back of it. And we're going to tie it so all of them don't fall apart. It's kind of hard to keep the knot. Okay, so about like that. I'm just going to cut this off because this is too long. And then I'm just going to take in my scissors and cut it off of here so I can use it as a beard. You can use a piece of cardboard to wrap it around, or to make like a tassel or something to make the beard with. And that's going to be the beard. It's going to look like that. And this is going to go on here. I'm going to put that on there. We're going to glue it with the hot glue gun. Okay, we got the beard, the hat, and the head. I'm going to try to sew in this end so this hat don't come undone. I'm going to sew this in a little bit. This is like the bottom of the hat. Yeah, I don't want the hat to come undone, so we're going to weave it in and out. Just weave it in and out anyway, because that's going to fold up. Then I'm going to just do like I did, have a little loop there, tie a little knot to keep it from coming undone. This is the bottom of the hat. And that should hold it, I guess. Let me weave it in this way a little bit. So that should hold it, and then I'm just going to cut it. Okay, and this beard here is going to get glued on here. I'm going to glue it on here with the hot glue gun. So I'm going to get my hot glue gun. If I can get it to come over here. Let me see which part I want for the beard. Which side. Okay, you're gonna put some hot glue up here. This is where you can put the beard, where to stick up there. And just let it sit there for a few minutes. Till the glue gets a little hardened up there. And this is going to go on top of here. That glue dries really quick. That's why I like to use the hot glue gun. And then this is going to go, I'm going to put this on here the best way it can fit. And that's going to be the hat. Then we're going to put glue to hold it on there. So it should be about like that. And we're going to take and first we're going to take and fold this back like this so it'll put some glue on it. Put some glue on here. And we're going to put this together like this so it looks like it's a point at the top of the hat. Does it look like that? I'll let it dry. Like I said, we're going to put this on here and that dries real good. And I'm going to glue that on there so that don't fall off. Like we did the beard. Make sure you got it the way you want. Where you want it. Before you glue it, because you won't be able to take it off once you glue it. You don't want you want it to be where you want it. And I think I'll do the front first. I'm going to put the glue up around about here. Right about around to there. And then you're going to take your hat. This part's going to be in the back. And you're going to be careful so you don't get burnt with the hot glue. And you're going to try to hold that to where it glues down. Let it cool down so it can glue real good before you do the back. And you gotta glue the back too. You're gonna glue the back on there. You can pull it down a little bit. And it should look about like that. And you can straighten these out. You can make this as thick as you want, the beard. And it should be about like this. And just put enough glue where it holds down. And you can straighten these up. Okay, that would be about like that. You can trim these up if you like. If some of them are too long, you can cut that off, because some of them is a little longer than the other ones. And then you take a pom-pom maker. I made one of these for the nose, and I use this pom-pom maker here. It's really easy how to do it. They got a 1-inch pom-pom maker, and this is by Clover. I like this one because it's small, and all you do is just wound it around. You can make it any way, but this is the one I use. It shows you how to use it back there. These are really easy to use. Yep, you just wrap it like they show you, like here. You open them up like this, and then you just wrap your yarn around it like that. And you close them up, and then you cut it. And that's how I made this. Here's going to be the nose. You can use anything to wrap it around to make it look like a nose. You can use a bead, but this is the ones I use. So this is really easy. It comes with directions. I got this at Michael's. I don't know if you can get it at Michael's, but yeah, you can use any pom-pom maker that makes it 3/4 inches to 25 inch. It's a 3/4 inch and a 1-inch pom-pom maker. So I use the 1-inch for this. And you just use any color yarn you want for the nose. And you just take and put it right here to make it look like the nose. Try to get it to where you want, like in the middle. This would be about good. Put it about right there. Put glue on it, some hot glue. I gotta get more hot glue on there. Taking put your nose on there. I'll put glue on it. Like I said, you put it where it goes about in the middle. So I think about this would be like the middle of it. Let's hold it until it sticks on there. And that's a Gnome. And if you want to, you can make sure you put enough glue to keep the hat and all down and the beard down. And it should look about like that. And that's the back. And that's the back of it. And that's the front of it. And if you want it to be an ornament, taking out a string to it, a piece of yarn. I would put it back here, up under the hat, where we folded it. Take and put you some glue in there. And put your hanger. You can make it as long as you want. Let me see how long that one is. I'm going to cut it down a little bit because it is a little long. And just put it in here. And you're going to make it into a tree ornament, or you can set it on the table. Either way, you can hang it or leave it sitting on the table. And just let it dry. Let that glue dry. And there we go. You can add more glue to make, if you don't think yours has got enough glue, glue it down more. But you can hang it on the tree. And these are the ones that I made. I think this beard's a little thicker than the other one. You could shape it up, but I think I'll leave it like this because I don't want to shape it up. I might mess it up. And there's our little gnome. And it can be hung on a tree or set up on the table. These are the ones that I made. Here's the other one that I made. This beard's a little longer than that one, but you can trim it down, make it shorter. Yep, this is a little bigger than that one, but it's okay. And that's the ones that I made. And like I said, you can either set them on the table up like this, and the ornaments to go on your tree. So there we go. So there's our gnome. Made with the Addi knit machine. The 22 needle Addi. And they can be hung on the tree and give as gifts. And that's how you make a gnome. That's how I make it with the Addi knit machine. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye.